दादा के हाथ से दिलवाना है ना? तो अंदर ले हाँ फोटो
So, how are you, sir? Very good, nice seeing you. We were on the dais talking sometime. He so much mesmerized me by his talk. And so much touching. So, that's not wasting time.
So, sir, this is when the government of Gujarat gave us the largest value, which is 5-star. So, we gave it back in the Thanksgiving to the government of Gujarat, expressed our gratitude by these 5 stars. We started promoting each career. Every student, his personality, his confidence, everything is taken care, like in cooking, we give him in hobby, in music, in sports. We see to it that time management, money management, everything is taken care. So, he goes through the home district and he talks about fitting. So we thought let's make our Atmanirbhar and fitting, and that's what we are doing. We are making our kids the same. We started, we have more than 70 people. So we said this is the government of Gujarat and should be proud of the kids. So these are the kids we should be proud of. And
great.
Yes. We started Mahasiddhi Swarnapadak, which is and the best student is given that Mahasiddhi Swarnapadak, and it is named after Swami Satchidanand Ji, who is Guru of Dada, and the first donor of this foundation. This foundation is started philosophy. Then every function of Ganpat University starts with expression of gratitude. We do, and we are putting words like GUNI, Karuna and Samved, empathy and sympathy, and based on it, universities offices, and based on it, the students, the logo is typically of your values, and our student is at the center of it. Dada's vision is as long as the values are there, social activity, rules of and all we have the only one till 2024, and we have put India's 360-degree navigator first of its kind simulation.
My parents were in the village. My parents got me married. And he's president.
So Ramnath Kovind ji has honored the Padma Shri Honorable Dada. So this is the
Jai Shankar, Correctional Affairs Minister. You can see a lot of personalities in the same photo. And you will also see the Honorable Prime Minister after becoming PM went to the US for the first time. This photo is Madison Square. He immediately smiled and the photo was clicked at that moment. It has become a memory. But yes, he cherishes his association with Dada. And you can see that when he was here as the Chief Minister at that point of time, he's clapping for Dada also. So he understands the value of what Dada has brought to the motherland. And he has addressed our convocation also. And,
He's here to Ganpat and Manju, and every year they have a new model. So you see Dadi sitting in there. And then usually they are within top 5 in the world. Sometimes they get within 3.
What really motivated you to come to the country?
People like you. It's a great country. I don't know. Sometimes I feel that I lost 60 years of.
It's 100 years of history. So Dada only from India who has been received this honorary degree, doctorate. So that president awarded.
I said in my speech, your mother is your best university.
Yes.
People leave you there. So Dadi was here. She just went last week. She said, I cannot live without my grandchildren. I said, well, okay, you go.
Then I will meet next opportunity.
She was here. She just.
When she comes next year,
I will.
please let me know.
Please, yeah. So this is Ganpat and Manju student there, and these are 3 daughters and myself. I was awarded a distinguished alumni. I said, you stole the thunder. I was going to talk about that. So he was laughing. He said, This is a Keshubai, the minister. He came to my factory in US many years ago. Most of the chief ministers
current governor of Uttar
come
Pradesh.
to US. I used to have a factory with 5,000 people making.
First visit we came, and this is the cryogenic rocket engine development. I was given 8 minutes, but he didn't move out for 34 minutes. And after 8 minutes, security will come in between, and 34 minutes, he was so many questions. I was surprised how he has understood so many.
You should see his hometown is same as my hometown. We are only 4 miles away, 5 miles away, and how he has, how he learns about things so quickly.
This is during Chandrayaan 2 time. Chandrayaan 2. This is the Chandrayaan 2. We had a small setback, Immediately after that,
Then he
and
cried.
actually we were 4 or 5. And this is also the group photo after Chandrayaan 3 success with all the team. And this is Chandrayaan 2. President came before the launch. And this was that time. This recently I got the Distinguished Fellowship Award of IIT
Very
Kharagpur
good.
last month
Well deserved.
from IIT Kharagpur. This we have put a plan for cryo manufacturing, so it was inaugurated by Madam. And this was the first award what I got, gold medal, 2005 from Honorable Prime Minister at that time.
When I took over, the first thing I said was mindset. You.
In 1997 we started our engineering college. So yes. So there are a few more programs we are having in 1999.
Well,
In 2004 we got the Badan.
she might.
Priyadarshini Breakthrough Award we received.
In 2005 we established university.
2005.
Yeah, 2005.
Till then,
So
they
there
were
are a few
affiliated
more
institutes.
institutions we have added in 2006 with Sciences College, and so our first PhD was awarded. And our Prime Minister, when he was Chief Minister of Gujarat State, he was the Chief Minister of our third publication. In 2012 we started our marine program. It is now a more 3+3 diploma plus degree program. And the duration is 6 years.
Sports.
Yeah. So the Vikram Male Sports Academy. Vikram is a grandson of Dada. And his name is 35 acres sports complexes. Dada.
We used to offer several courses regarding cloud and cybersecurity and big data analytics.
So in the morning of nursing and another is agricultural sciences. You was part of this particular function, AMSI, where we have received this function. In 2008, starting from National Laboratory Manufacturing Center, it has been now awarded, the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology has awarded this as National Additive Manufacturing Center.
Indian space program has gotten such great publicity all the way around the world, but here in the U.S. in particular, I think we're really so happy to see the success.
No, I have come first time. I feel I am in my home. That's what is the feeling with others present.
Good.
We met in Bangalore, but within 1 hour, he has some magnet which attracted me. So that time.
For us going, he is right at that point now, going to advance for the next 30 to 50 years. So.
Thank you for the great words.
A very good morning. I, Dr. Komal Bhatt, on behalf of Ganpat University, welcome you all to the distinguished lecture on Indian Space Program, the Pride of Nation. Vishwa Virasada Vishwayuha Pratibhati Yaha Sahi Sarveshu Bhuteshu Priyaha Sarvaha Prabhuha Sthitaha. Today is the 18th of April, and this day is celebrated as World Heritage Day. On this auspicious occasion, it is our privilege to have with us Dr. V.Narayanan. Sir is a distinguished scientist and the director at the Liquid Propulsion Systems Center under ISRO. We welcome you, sir. Also, we are honored to have with us Dr. M. Arumugam, Deputy Director, Liquid Propulsion System Center, ISRO. Welcome you, sir. We are delighted to have Dr. V.Narayanan, General Manager, LPSC, ISRO. Also, we are blessed to have the august presence of Dr. Ganpat Bhai Patel, Padma Shri President and Patron-in-Chief, Ganpat University. Sir is joining us soon. We are happy to have with us the Pro-Vice Chancellors, Deputy Pro-Vice Chancellors, Executive Registrar, Executive Deans, Associate Executive Deans, Deans of various institutes, Principals, Chairpersons, Heads, Faculty Members, and dear students. Ganpat University contributes effectively to the Make in India mission of the Government of India through its industry within academia and academia within industry approaches. Our mission is to seek, search, and offer programs that lead to the symbiotic emergence of academic excellence and industrial relevance in education and research. In the sight of beauty lies profound joy, gratitude, the essence that happiness employs. Ganpat University is deeply grateful to its founders, donors, trustees, donors of land, and the Constitution of India for giving the society and the country a great institution based on the philanthropic mission of Vidya Samajotkarsh, which means social upliftment through education. The GUNI family further acknowledges the contribution of all its stakeholders, including the Government of India, the Government of Gujarat, all past and present bearers, members of the Board of Governors, the Academic Council, the Finance Committee, various bodies of Ganpat University, all its past and present office bearers, partners, staff members, parents, and students. We sincerely thank each individual for this gracious contribution to helping us reach the forefront of social, cultural, and educational initiatives and endeavors for the nation. The objective of today's distinguished lecture is to shed light on the remarkable journey of the Indian space program, highlighting its significance as a national heritage and a source of inspiration for future generations. Through this lecture, we aim to deepen our understanding of the achievements, challenges, and future prospects of the Indian space endeavor. Now, I would like to invite Professor Dr. V.M. Patel, sir, to welcome our chief guest, Dr. V.Narayanan, sir, who is a scientist and director at LPSC ISRO, with a statement of gratitude and a memento. Okay.
A very good morning to the auspicious gathering. Keynote speaker of today's distinguished lecture, Director, Liquid Propulsion System Center, LPSC, ISRO, Bangalore. The legendary person in the field of liquid propulsion system and control systems, who has worked extensively for more than 150 different projects of ISRO of launching vehicle and satellites. Dr. V.Narayanan. I extend hearty welcome to our visionary person, Patron-in-Chief, Dr. Ganpat Bhai Patel, to whom we lovingly call Dada, who is joining very shortly in this distinguished lecture. I'm also very much delighted with the presence of our torchbearer, who interact with the guest in the morning, Director General and Pro-Chancellor of Ganpat University, Dr. Mahendra Sharma. We are fortunate enough to have with us today Dr. M. Arumugam, Deputy Director, and Dr. V.Narayanan, General Manager of LPSC, ISRO. I also welcome Executive Deans, Associate Executive Deans, HODs, faculty members, and my dear students in this session. It gives me immense pleasure to extend you all a very warm welcome to this distinguished lecture on Indian space program, the pride of nation. On this special occasion, let me first, all of you show the gratitude to Dr. V.Narayanan and other ISRO officials for accepting our invitation and visiting the GUNI campus for 2 days. Sir, our campus is rated as a platinum ranking Green Initiative campus in 2023. I'm also very happy to share with you that Ganpat University holds A grade in NAC accreditation and becoming a member of the elite group of NAC accredited institutions. We also hold 5-star rating in the GSIRF, which is nothing but the Government of Gujarat initiative to ranking the institutes. In this session, we will get insights and exposure of Indian space mission, which was started way back in 1962, and they launched their first Aryabhatta spacecraft in 1975. And the last edition of this mission was INSAT 3DS in February 2024. The mission has glorious journey like Chandrayaan 3, Aditya L1, and many more. I hope that this session will give you not only exposure, but the insight of the whole Indian space program and will encourage you to move in this direction, to walk in this direction and make your career in this journey, in this field. With this note, once again I welcome you, sir, with your team members in this Ganpat University program, and specifically Dr. V.Narayanan sir for this distinguished lecture. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for the welcome address. Now it is a matter of pride to introduce today's distinguished guest, Dr. V.Narayanan. Sir is an esteemed scientist and director at the LPSC under Indian Space Research Organization. With a PhD in aerospace engineering, Sir has spearheaded the development of propulsion technologies for rockets and satellites. His notable achievements include leading projects on cryogenic propulsion for GSLV Mk2, Mk3, and contributing to missions like Chandrayaan 2 and Chandrayaan 3. Dr. Narayan's expertise also extends to the human space flight Gangayaan program, where he played a pivotal role in ensuring the safety of launch vehicles and developing propulsion systems for crew modules. Recognized with awards like the APJ Abdul Kalam Award, he holds memberships in esteemed national and international professionals organization. With his extensive experience and leadership in ISRO, Dr. Narayan continues to push forward achievements in space propulsion, bolstering India's self-sufficiency and enriching its space exploration endeavors. Please join me in welcoming Dr. V.Narayanan sir to the stage as he shares his invaluable insights and expertise on the theme Indian Space Program, the Pride of Nation. Please, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, color mic is good. I am so privileged and humbled to be this temple of knowledge, Ganpat University, Gujarat. I am extremely happy that I came in contact with your mentor, Dada Patel ji in Bangalore, a charismatic leader, a visionary person, and who has put a lot of efforts for improving the quality of students in this part of country. Also, I am happy that we met Dr. Mahendra Sharma, who is the Pro-Chancellor and Director General, and Mr. Vikram Patel, and all my dear young colleagues, deans, faculty members, and young students. Very, very good morning to all of you. So along with me, my colleagues, Mr. Narayanamurthy and Dr. R. Mugham. Narayanamurthy is a veteran in materials development. To his credit, he has developed a lot of indigenous materials. And R. Mugham, who is an expert in non-destructive testing and manufacturing, is there. So we consider us a great privilege to be in this institute. That too, morning I had a feel of your institute just walking around 45 minutes. A green and clean campus. And what attracted me here, I would like to say, wherever I go and talk to students, and I used to tell the teachers, there are two types of education. One is intellectual based education, which touches the brain. Of course, when somebody is studying mathematics, he should become excellent in mathematics. Mechanical, he should become mechanical engineering, like that. So that is the intellectual based education. But more than that, the equal importance is overall personality development and value based education. You know, without value-based education, there is no use of intellectual-based education. I'm extremely happy the moment we entered, the way we were introduced about the institute, I understood a lot of value-based education is really forming part of the system to take you to greater heights. Dear friends, you know, when we got independence in the year 1947, probably youngsters like you may not be knowing, but elders, seniors like deans, professors, they know the country status was very bad, both economically and technically. All fields we are much, much lower. And I will tell you one thing, you know what was the average life of Indian when we got independence? Any answer? Can somebody answer? Yeah, anything is okay, right, wrong, don't worry. Huh? 44. Around 54. Average life of Indian was just 32 years. And you know, we were in the entire country, there were so many diseases, so many food problems, no academic institute, nothing. From that, last 76 years, we have grown to a level of average life of Indian has gone from 32 years to 71 years. And recently I addressed 700 doctors in Delhi, and I put a request when we celebrate 100 years of independence, average life of Indian should go to 100 years. Yes, that's what is the requirement. Once that happens, that speaks volume. And today, in every field we have grown, and there was, you know, the engineer education was very bad, and there were primary education was very average. Within India, there were so many Indias, and today everything is integrated by the great personality, one person, Patelji, you all know, and how he has integrated the entire India, and host of leaders. All prime ministers, I am not going to talk politics, all prime ministers has contributed to take this country to greatest level, including our present Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, who is from this part of the country, and he belongs to all of us. And you take science and technology, we were much behind, and education institution, there was no IITs in the country, and first IIT Kharagpur was established only in the year 1956. I happen to be one of the product of that IIT Kharagpur, doing both MTech and PhD. From that, with that I am standing here. Today, we are happy that every state has got IITs, IIMs, All India Institute of Medical Science, and thanks to the visionary leaders. And if you take the space activities, and every part we have grown, medical field, agricultural field, infrastructure, air transport, road transport, everywhere we have grown. And one of the field where we have grown is the space activities. And 1947 we got independence. For 15 years, nobody was talking about space activities. It was in the year 1962, and the Indian space activities was started. And from that, 1962, when it started, it was only a brainchild of the Sarabhai. He strongly believed that, yes, the advanced technology can be used for the common man and making this country as a developed country. That's he strongly believed, and the program started. And then, from that humble beginning, we have grown to greater and greater levels. And you know, he strongly felt we should be second to none in using advanced technology for the benefit of a common man and improving the society. And you know, through the space program, if you have to contribute, there are basically three elements required. Number one, satellites of different types are required. Then we need to have the launch vehicles to place the satellite in the orbit. Then we need to have ground segments for placing the satellite, also utilizing the satellite technology. And all the three things started simultaneously coming in a big way. And this photograph you can see the place where the Indian space program was started, a fisherman village near Thiruvananthapuram. And really this was the photograph of that village. People were fishing in that village, and there was a church, and the entire space program started in the church building. And we had the first launch from Indian soil in the year 1963, November 21st, a rocket. And that rocket was not our rocket, it was a rocket which came from America, and a payload sodium vapor lamp came from France, and the equipments came from other countries. We simply assembled in that lab, and then that took off. And next major milestone is November 20, 1967, and we had the first RH-75 Rohini sounding rockets. And you know, those days, to move the rockets or rockets, we were not having any great car or vehicles. We were moving in bicycles. Bicycle, not new bicycle, old bicycles. Rockets were moved. From that era, we have moved a long way. So in my another 40 minutes talk, I will take you through. It is very difficult to talk about a program which is 60 to 70 years old in 45 minutes, but I will try to do justice in taking you through a 45 minutes lecture followed by a small video clipping of some 15 to 20 minutes. And now the first launch vehicle was built, and we had the first successful launch vehicle in the year 1980, April 1980, the SLV-3. I think you can see the people president APJ Abdul Kalam was the project director of that project, and we had the first successful launch, and India placed 40 kg Rohini satellite in 1980 and became one amongst the sixth country in the world to achieve that, and we joined the elite group of the spacefaring nations. And from that humble beginning, I have put everything in a single slide. Till today, from Indian soil, around 4,000 sounding rockets are launched from Indian soil, including our own sounding rockets and sounding rockets of other countries. And we have generated 6 generations of launch vehicle. And SLV, ASLV, and PSLV, GSLV, Mark 3, SSLV. And SLV-3, the liftoff mass was 17 tons. 1980 we launched, and 2017, June 5th or so, we launched the LVM-3, the Bahubali rocket of India. After 37 years, the rocket mass went 37.4 times. And from 17 tons, it went to around 642 tons, and capable of placing 8,500 kg satellite in the low Earth orbit. And in the area of satellite, till 1970-73, we were not having satellite. 75, we built the first satellite, Aryabhatta, with the support of Russians. And we placed the satellite using Russian launch vehicle. And if you read the book written by Professor Rao, India Becoming Space Power, you will understand how we have studied the satellite technology, what was our capability. Nothing was there. Other than the spelling of the satellite, we were not knowing anything, and we were supported by other countries. From that humble beginning, today, we have come a long way, and almost 131 satellites we have built, and 125 satellites are launched. And there are different types of satellite: communication satellite, remote sensing satellite, navigation satellite, and experimental satellite. And 1980, we placed a 40 kg satellite in the orbit using SLV-3, and the heaviest satellite ever built in the country is the GSAT-11, 6,000 kg mass, high throughput satellite, which is launched. Now, a country which started with that, 1975, nothing was there, and when Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji took over as the Prime Minister of India, we were given a direction to build a communication satellite of 2,000 kg, and we conceived, built, and we launched and donated to the SAARC countries. And that shows a country which was having nothing in the 1975, donated the SAARC satellite. Now, when we started the program, as I told, the rockets were moved in the bicycles, and this is the actual photograph of the launch vehicle parts, rather rocket parts moved in the bicycle. And satellite, Apple satellite is the first experimental communication satellite we built, and that was for an experiment moved in Bangalore. You all know today what is the status of Bangalore. We moved in a bullock cart, and India from that bicycle and bullock cart. In fact, I want to tell, when we are talking about independent India, I am from Kanyakumari district, a well-educated district only. but we got electricity for the first time in the village when I was in the 10th standard. Up to that time, we had to only study in kerosene lamps. And then today, the country has come a long way. I think most of the villages we are having electricity. So that is the growth in the electric sector. And like that, if you take any sector, there are phenomenal growth. So I am so again honored and humbled to have a greatest personality, and all of you are our mentor and one of the great son of the soil, Dadaji, in the audience. So let us give a big hand to that great person and a visionary leader of par excellence. Now let us continue our talk. Sir, we were in this slide. When we started our program, we were moving our rocket pods in bicycle, not new bicycles, old bicycle. And the first communication satellite was moved in the bullock cart. And that time, the world was in some other place. I was explaining that I was in the standard and fantastic school. We used to pray that there should be rain. It is not rain is required for the farmers' welfare. If it is raining, immediately our school, it will be declared as holiday, because no proper, even it is all that the shed is made up of only banana leaves, not banana leaves, that palm tree leaves. So that is the school. So I was studying first standard. That is the day man has landed on moon. That was what declared. So that time, we were just having only 1 meter height rocket. From that humble beginning, we have come a long way. The entire space program achievement I have put in a single slide. And to our credit, 4,000 sounding rockets we have launched, and 6 generations of launch vehicle. We have built almost 95 launch vehicles we have launched, and 131 satellites are realized, 125 satellites are placed, and 431 satellites of 34 countries we have launched using our launch vehicles, and lot of experimental activities, and including the major achievements. You all know, 23rd August 2023, we had the successful landing of, soft landing of Chandrayaan 3 near the south pole of moon, and India is the only country and first country which has accomplished and putting Indian tricolor above all the countries. That is the major achievement. And this year, August 6th, we had another major accomplishment. In the world, only 4 countries are having satellite to study the sun, and India is the 4th country which built a 1480 kg Aditya L1 satellite and placed 15 lakh kilometers above the surface of the earth, and we have commissioned on January 6th, and India became the 4th proud nation to have that satellite commissioned. And now let us just quickly go through the entire satellite or rocket technologies for what? It is for the benefit of common man, and we serve the country in multiple places. Number 1, the potential fishery zone, earth observation, huge application. And one of the greatest son of the soil who was in the political field, who realized, understood that really it is going to give benefit, is none other than the present Prime Minister. He has given a lot of importance in this area. And now earth observation, lot of applications. Potential fishery zone, we are having 7,500 kilometer seashore, and we find the maximum fishing zone in the sea, and we inform our brothers, and through that we are getting a profit of 34,000 crore per year. Is the profit alone 34,000 crore, and Indian space program budget is 14,000 crore per year. You can understand what is the type of benefit it brings only through that. And television broadcasting, telecommunication, you know, 30 years back, to make a phone call from here to Ahmedabad, you have to go to the trunk booth and you have to wait, and after 2 years you will get the connection, and the moment you get the phone connection, within 2 seconds you will get disconnected also, again you have to wait. And today, I am very happy when power went off, most of our students were having mobile connectivity, mobile phones were shown, and to make a call to abroad, you know, what is the time required? 30 seconds, 20 seconds, we are connected. So, space program in the communication, lot of revolution. And you know, there was a time, if you have to get a train from here to Ahmedabad, if you have booked a train, you don't know when the train is coming, you have to go to the railway station, you have to wait. Sometime train will come, sometime train will not come, sometime it will come next day, you have to sleep in the railway station and get into the train. But today that is not the case. We monitor through the satellite the real time movement of the train. Out of 8,000 train, 2,800 trains are already connected real time, and we inform, and within short time everything will be connected, and mobile, and then automobile connectivity, lot of things are done. Now you take Navy application. You know, there was a time, I am from Kanyakumari district, my house is only 2 kilometers from seashore. One day, I want to tell my direct experience, 9th standard, I was not at all well for half-yearly exam. And then I wrote, and I was worried. Always I was getting first rank, whether I will get first rank or second rank, I was worried because second rank holder is my classmate, one girl. And I wrote very badly because I was not well. Finally, I got first rank and she didn't get first rank. Then I understood why such a bad way I have written, even then she get only second rank. The reason was her brother and father, they lost, they went for fishing, they lost. And they don't know who caught them and nothing is known. From that pathetic situation, today we are having apps given to people which gives the international border when they go, where is the international border, whether they can cross, not cross, everything message comes in the local language. That is the level we have reached and we are serving the common man in a big way. And strategic application, we are all safe here, but border lot of monitoring is required. Thereby, to understand the space application, we used to say, switch off entire satellites between evening 5 to 8, then we'll understand the application. No TV will work, no ATM will work, no business transaction will take place, and no monitoring will take place, and a lot of applications in this area. And I think I'm not going to venture into that further. And PSLV is the operational vehicle. Till today, we have built 60 vehicles, and 58 vehicles are successful. 58 vehicles successful. That is the rate of success. And through this vehicle, India is the first country which launched more than 100 satellites in a single vehicle and made history. Before that, Russia has launched 37 satellites and we are the first country. And we have put lot of satellites, and today we are having a PS. And another thing, we had a space recovery experiment. We put an object in the space, and after 12 days, we recovered exactly in the required place. And when from your object from 500 kilometers coming and recovering exact place, I want to tell, assume when the student get down in the bus stop, your eyes are closed and you have to come to the classroom. How many students will reach correctly? I think 99% will not reach correctly. But this object reached exactly. That shows the capability of inertial system, computational system, everything of the India in that space program. And coming to next one, the Chandrayaan 1 you all may be knowing. Chandrayaan 1 is the first scientific mission which found water molecule on moon, and India is the first country which found water molecule on moon and made all of us proud. And next mission, Mars orbiter mission, we have to go to red planet. We have to travel almost 68 crore kilometers. I think you are all engineers, you calculate. When you travel 68 crore kilometer, you point on degree if there is a difference. When you travel 68 crore kilometer, where you will reach? You will not reach Mars. But then everything was precisely maneuvered, and finally we successfully achieved that mission. And India is the first country till today, only one country which achieved this Mars orbiter mission by traveling 68 crore kilometers in the first attempt. None of the developed country could achieve in the first attempt. That shows our capability. And it was our Prime Minister used to say very jovially, the cost spent was per kilometer, if you calculate, the cost was less than the auto fare, what we have spent. And today we are having the PSLV, there is a platform, after spent stage, fourth stage can be used as a platform. We are inviting all the students, all the universities to build payload. We are going to launch on free of cost so that you will get the data. So right now that program is on. So who are having idea, don't worry, take the help of your teachers, and ISRO team built something and we are ready to launch. And next vehicle is the GSLV vehicle. The capability wise, compared to PSLV, PSLV is capable of placing 1100 kg in the geotransfer orbit. This is almost double, and then lot of improvement has to be done. Until today we had not 15, 16 missions. Out of that, 10 missions were with indigenous cryogenic rocket engine, 6 with imported cryo rocket. And one of the important propulsion system what we developed is the cryogenic rocket engine, where you use liquid hydrogen at minus 253 degrees centigrade and liquid oxygen at minus 193 degrees centigrade. And we are looking for technology in the year 1993, but none of the advanced countries supported. Rather, initially Russia was ready to support little bit, but then we were denied the technology. Dear friends, I want to say, today we struggled in a hard way. We have built indigenous cryogenic rocket technology, and India is one among 6 countries having that capability, and we have built 2 cryogenic rocket engines. And coming to the Mark III vehicle, it is a game changer, and there are 3 propulsion systems, everything is built and developed, and till today we have accomplished 7 missions, and all 7 missions are successful. And this is the vehicle which was used for taking Chandrayaan 2, Chandrayaan 3 to the orbit. And we had a cryogenic rocket engine development, and my friends were contributing. I happened to be the project director and development chief then during the successful time, and we have made 2 world records in the development, and the first engine itself was successfully flown. You take from the engine test to the flight, other countries have taken minimum 42 months, we set a target of 24 months, and we have successfully accomplished in 28 months, and we have made a world record, and all 7 rockets were successful. And to our credit, using this rocket, 2 commercial launches due to the Ukraine war, geopolitical reasons, we win contract, 2 international contracts. Through that 72 satellites were launched in the required place, and the required place is each satellite has to be put in appropriate places. I used to think, when I used to travel in my village, the bus, we have to get the stop in front of our house, never stopped in front of my house. Either it will stop 5 meters here, 5 meters there. I think this is the case in Indian buses. But here you cannot do that. Precisely within meter accuracy you have to place, and that's what was done. And with a unique mission management of utilizing left out gases, and India is the first country which has accomplished with that unique management 2 commercial launches success, and now the vehicle is on high demand. And the Chandrayaan 2 mission, you all know we could not accomplish the mission exactly we could not soft land, but I want to tell one thing. Today we are having in the orbit, there is an orbiter which is rotating, and we had a life of 1 year. Today the orbit life is 7 years because of our innovative mission management system. We took it exactly in the right path and we placed, and it is working. And important thing is, we are having a camera called on-orbit high-resolution camera, which is 30 centimeter resolution, and pumping thousands of photographs of moon. And that is the best camera available in the world, in the moon. That belongs to India, and we all can be proud of that. And of course, we had a setback, we could not soft land, and then there was a national level committee which was constituted, and we had to submit a report within 30 days, and we found the entire understanding of every system, and we gave a recommendation 30 days, and 9 members were there. I was also happened to be so blessed to be the chairperson of the national level committee, which was addressing the failure analysis of the Chandrayaan 2. And finally, we have given a lot of recommendation, and lot of work has gone inside, and finally, the Chandrayaan 3 was a successful mission. But when you say successful, you should see the launch vehicle is supposed to place the satellite. You can read the numbers. 170, Earth is there, 170 by 36,500 kilometers, plus minus 500 kilometers you can place. But we placed within 10 kilometer accuracy. That is the best accuracy of any launch vehicle in the world so far. And that is the way the rocket launched. And then from there, I think you can see a small, I don't know, video is not working? Fine. We'll come back to the video later. And then the satellite. And we have to, from 36,500 kilometers, almost 3.7 lakh kilometers, we have to take it. And it was perfectly taken to moon orbit. And it was operated over a period of 35 to 40 days. And finally, it was captured 150 by 150 kilometer orbit. Then we had another propulsion system for landing. And you can, I think it is working. Okay, fine, we'll come back to that later. On 23rd August, the spacecraft was rotating with a velocity of 6,077 km per hour, which is 8 times of aircraft speed. From that, over a period of 19 minutes, we have to come and soft land on the moon. And on the moon, you can see it is full of valley, craters, so many things. And we have to, on the way, we have to take photographs, understand correct spot. And so many recommendations we gave after Chandrayaan 2, everything was meticulously implemented. And I will tell you, there are 1.65 lakh lines software is loaded on board because everything has to be done automatically, autonomous way. And there are a lot of systems which has to work cohesively. And the speed from 6,077 km per hour, we have to reduce to 2 meter per second speed. And we have to gradually reduce and we have to come and soft land. And you know, Indians are credited through Ramanujam for discovering zero. And on 23rd August, we made 3 parameters simultaneously zero. The horizontal velocity, vertical velocity and altitude simultaneously zero. And soft landed near to the South Pole and made all Indians proud. And it is an Indian project. And it was a great achievement. And, you can have a look of that small video. Gradually the spacecraft was fired and taken, and each time you have to be careful because you should not wrongly go in some place. And finally,
lander module will get separated with a relative velocity of approximately 1 meter per second.
I think you all would have seen some of these I think I'll skip, we will come to the video totally lost.
Lot of applause.
Okay, fine. This probably I want
indicates
to
that till now the performance has been nominal. We are in the vertical descent phase 1. The altitude is being brought down from 800 meters and we are nearing and approaching the lunar surface.
And it was a great scene. You can understand.
आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं कि लैंडर क्या हाइट लगातार कम होता जा रहा है.
The type of, even though we have done perfect job, then it was a great tense and exciting moment. We were quite confident, but then really we had to get success.
लैंडर पूरी तरह से उसी को ही फॉलो कर रहा है.
Little more. Yeah.
Meters above the lunar surface.
जी हाँ.
That are updating at this point are providing confirmation of the safety of the landing site.
As expected, the retargeting is going on, and this is a very good signature for the lander.
Landing.
अभी आप ये,
you know, our honorable Prime Minister was in abroad, and he was really congratulating the entire scientists.
We are nearly at zero velocity, vertical and horizontal. We were hovering, and now we are approaching the moon's surface.
धीरे धीरे लैंड और हम अब लगभग 50 मीटर से भी कम.
We can see the honorable Prime Minister, and he is critically looking at the visuals.
जी हाँ, आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं कि हम.
Okay, I think I will move. Now finally, soft landing is one aspect, and we had lot of scientific equipments, and we have discovered 8 minerals on the moon, and we have done lot of experiments. One experiment is we have found out the thermal characteristics on the surface. We have drilled almost 10 centimeter, and the temperature profile is found out. And important thing is, and seismic activity we have understood through 10 vibration sensors, and the entire data we have not to hold with us. We have donated to the scientific community of the world, and we have put our tricolor above all the countries. That's what is the greater achievement. And then of course, we also did couple of experiments, like the lander was taken to and placed in another place, and we also brought back the orbiter to Earth. So all these experiments was done. Thereby, the original objective of soft landing, we used to say today, with 50% of the budget we have achieved, because actual objectives were threefold we have achieved. And dear friends, the major achievement, if you see, India is a country with so many states, so many languages. This mission integrated all 140 crore Indians together, and it generated scientific number. And I consider this as a great stepping stones for India becoming a developed country when we celebrate 100 years of independence. That's a feeling we had, and it is because of really a teamwork and with the system engineering approach. And then the next thing is the Aditya L1 mission. And we launched in the month of somewhere in September, and this year 6th January. From Earth surface almost 15 lakh kilometers we have to go, and there we have to capture the satellite, and it was perfectly captured. Today I am happy to report that all scientific equipments are perfectly working, and India is going to contribute in a big way on the research of sun related activities. And coming to our future program, the human spaceflight program, and actually sending Indian to moon is very easy. Sending Indian to space is easy, but sending and bringing them back is the toughest job. So we are all working towards that, and lot of work is going on towards that. We have to develop the rocket, we have to human rate, and then we have to really do take them to safe place and keep them safe and bring them back safe. So lot of development is going on, and like aircraft we have to keep in a safe environment. Oxygen we have to control, pressure level we have to control, humidity, temperature, everything has to be done. So the entire development work is going on, and towards that a lot of experiments are done. Number one, when our brothers are sitting in the rocket, if anything happens to the rocket, they should be saved, and we have to bring them back safely. Towards that, we did an experiment last year end. We built a rocket, and we kept the module and simulated a failure mode, and it came and landed perfectly in the required place. And this is what was captured. Finally, the module was captured by the INS Vikrant from sea, and like that, lot of experiment has to be done. And this year we are going to have December. You will hear the news. First unmanned flight will be taking place, and by 2025 end, we are targeting to send our own brothers to space and bringing them back safely. And now coming to future, I will take a couple of slides. And we are building a liquid oxygen and kerosene engine, 200-ton engine, using liquid oxygen and kerosene, rocket grade kerosene, and thereby we can improve the payload of Mark III vehicle 25% more. And now, today our capability of launch vehicle is only hardly 9 ton to low Earth orbit. We are building a new rocket called New Generation Launch Vehicle Surya to take 32 tons to low Earth orbit. Almost 3 times of the present capability, and that design is going on. Towards that, we are designing a liquid oxygen and methane engine. And that engine, number of engines will be used in different stages. The first stage will have 9 engines, and I am working in the liquid propulsion area, and we have been given the responsibility of the entire propulsion system development. It is a big job, already design is going on, and this vehicle is under development. Now reusable launch vehicle technology, lot of experiments are going on. I think this year you all would have seen in the news, we had a great experiment of a landing experiment in Chitraturga near Bangalore, and it was we took it by helicopter 5 kilometers, and it came and left there and automatically came and landed very in the precise place. Like that, lot of experiments are going on. Another important thing is air breathing propulsion, where we use atmospheric air entering with high Mach number and injecting. We injected hydrogen and demonstrated a scramjet ignition. Now we are going to have within 1 or 2 months a 200-second flight that is going to be done. Then reusable technology, lot of developments are happening. With respect to one area in the satellite propulsion, we are developing electric propulsion thrusters. If you take the Chandrayaan-3 out of 3,900 kg, 2,500 kg is the chemical propellant what was used. If you can have better performance propulsion system, the mass will come down. So we are using a electric propulsion thruster development. By October, we are going to have a launch using that. And now, Honorable Prime Minister has given a lot of direction and guideline. And the space sector reform is made. Any student, any startup companies are ready to build satellites or launch vehicles or any payloads. ISRO is going to enable them. This work is now initiated. Thereby, we are little bad in the business area. The commercially, if you see, our share in the space market is only 2%. We want to target 10% in another 10 years or so. Towards that, lot of work is happening. And future, lot of programs are there. And in fact, we had this year January, we had the X-ray polarimetric satellite we launched. January, everybody used to celebrate January 1st, that new year. But we were celebrating by firing our PSLV 60th vehicle. And we successfully launched and placed the satellite. And there is going to be a very costly satellite called NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar satellite, which is already built by NASA and ISRO. We are going to have a launch. Right now we are having a launch pad in Sriharikota, one more launch site near Kanyakumari. That is already foundation stone is laid by our Prime Minister. We are going to build. And the Earth Science Department is going to send a vessel 6 kilometers inside the sea called Samtriyan project. Towards that, for building that vessel, we in LPSC, we are involved and we are building that vessel, because 6 kilometers means 600 bar will be the pressure, and a 100 mm titanium vessel has to be built, that we are building. And now the future, lot of programs are there. Even future I can talk at least some 20 slides. I have not put, because 45 minutes I should stop the talk. So what we are going to do is, Chandrayaan 3 is successfully done. Now human space flight program, right now we are working. Now we are working on the Chandrayaan 4 project. That project will take sample from moon and it will bring back sample. That is the project we are working. Then we are going to build a Indian space station. 2035 will be having a space station for us. The first module will be launched in 2028. And Honorable Prime Minister has given a guideline and direction to send Indian to moon and bring back by 2040. So we are already, the project work is initiated. We are working towards that. Thereby, dear friends, Indian space program, when we started with the humble beginning of transporting rockets in old bicycle and satellites in bullock cart. From that humble beginning, we have come a long way and we have built a lot of things. And by 2040, today, number of places we have become number one. By 2040, before we celebrate 100 years of independence, we will build all capability in the launch vehicle area, satellite area, payload area, human spaceflight program. We will match with our partners in the developed countries. Thereby, the space will ensure, in the space activity, we are second to none in all the areas. That's what we are targeting. Now, before I conclude, I am really so happy, even though our visit was very short time in this campus. Morning 45 minutes, I was going around to understand the campus. And it was a green, clean campus. And very short time we were with your mentor, and I could get a feel. You need not spend hours and days. Short time is sufficient to understand. Actually, when we got down from the vehicle itself, first that 5 stars conveyed what your institute is. And you are all in the safest hand. I am, even though by birth I am a Hindu, I read Bible also. Bible, there is a statement, probably you may be knowing. A seed, when it falls, if it falls on rock, it cannot grow. If it falls on a fertile land, it grows. You all know, you are all in a fertile land. Surely, you will grow to greater heights. But my only humble request is, 1947, our forefathers got independence by sacrificing their life. Last 76 years, leaders after leaders, including the present Prime Minister, they have taken the country, and we have come to a long way, and we are 5th economy in the world. And one statement I want to tell, when our Prime Minister went to UK after taking over as the Prime Minister of India, I don't know how many of you have seen, and when he was along with the Prime Minister of UK, when Prime Minister of UK, they addressed the public. It was midnight, night 1:15, I didn't sleep because I wanted to understand what is happening. And the Prime Minister of UK, he came and praised all Indians. And finally he made one statement I want to quote. After praising Indians, he made a statement. The days are not far away for a Indian-born UK citizen to become Prime Minister of this country. I unquote. Today you all know what is the history. That is the place India has grown. I don't have any doubt India will become a developed country before we celebrate 100 years of independence. And I think the country is in the safe hands of all the people, technocrats, educationalists, political leaders, students. My humble request is, dear friends, when you study and grow, you should not become materialistic characteristics. Like your mentor, you should have got serving the nation should be the top motto, and you all should contribute one way or other to make this country as a developed country. So with that, let me thank all of you for giving the audience to share a couple of views. A space program which is started 1962 and almost 63 years of activity presenting in 45 minutes is, I know, not that easy. Each topic we can present, but doesn't matter whatever possible I have done. Now, before, as part of the talk, we are going to show a video of 20 minutes video to give you a glimpse of not Indian space program, and India is having, the space activities having a lot of department. One is our department where we are responsible for propulsion. As part of the Golden Jubilee celebration, we made a video. We will show that video along with a couple of Chandrayaan 3 and other videos. So I think you can see the video. Then I will take the question probably after you see the video. Thank you. So please.
Space fortitude, inner strength to ISRO's launch vehicles and satellites. The fascination about the past, the present and the future has always been leading mankind to explore things since time immemorial. Space exploration is no exception and has taken us to even unforgiving places like the Moon and the Mars. India's space agency, ISRO, is a key player in those inquisitive expeditions. A major part of India's space efforts focus on their benefits to the society, including telecommunication, weather forecast, remote sensing, search and rescue, etc. In ISRO's quest for excellence in space endeavors, the Liquid Propulsion System Center, LPSC, has been its backbone. With the inner strength or fortitude provided to the launch vehicles and satellites by its liquid and cryogenic engines, the center helps the country make giant strides beyond the horizon. The accomplishments could be made by way of the guidance of the visionaries who spearheaded the Indian space program over the years.
We realize that the fantastic accomplishment that we have made in the space journey, including the Atmanirbharta that we have in launch vehicles and satellites, came out of one of the important capability of liquid propulsion. Without that, it would have been possible for us to build rockets that take us to the Moon, the Mars, and all those operational missions that we have today. Congratulations LPSC for developing a host of propulsion capabilities. Storable propulsion, satellite propulsion, cryogenic propulsion, and also the futuristic propulsion capability that LPSC is on the work. Some of the fantastic accomplishment of LPSC includes the mission to Mars, when the engine restarted after a journey through space for almost 295 days. It's also very important to recognize the accomplishment of realizing an indigenous cryogenic capability. Both the engines for the GSLV as well as GSLV Mark III are testimonies for those fantastic engineering capability that LPSC has. We all realize that liquid propulsion technology is a very complex one, which includes host of technology elements including material sciences, manufacturing technologies, fluid flow technologies, heat transfer related issues, control systems, precision engineering and manufacturing, etc.
Perched atop the forested hill of Valiyamala near Thiruvananthapuram, the Liquid Propulsion System Center is the foremost center of ISRO for developing advanced propulsion systems including earth-storable, cryogenic, semi-cryogenic, electric propulsion and green propulsion systems which are used in launch vehicles like the PSLV, the GSLV, the LVM-3, the SSLV and spacecraft such as communication satellites, navigation satellites, scientific missions, etc. It also caters for technology development vehicles and spacecraft for test vehicle project, air-breathing propulsion system, reusable launch vehicle and technology demonstration missions. Thus, LPSC plays a vital role in ISRO's journey towards self-reliance in space propulsion, inspired by its creative leadership time to time. Founded more than 35 years ago, it has another campus at Bengaluru that focuses on design and development of spacecraft propulsion systems, transducers and MEMS-based sensors. The assembly, integration and testing of systems developed by LPSC are carried out mainly at the facilities at Mahendragiri, which was renamed as ISRO Propulsion Complex in the year 2014.
Liquid propulsion systems development in our space program has seen phenomenal progress over the past 5 decades, powering ISRO missions to glory. Development of liquid propulsion activity was started in ISRO in the year 1969 with development of a 5 kg thruster. From humble beginning of developing control power plants along with health monitoring sensors, today the liquid propulsion community has developed world-class air-storable and cryogenic propulsion systems for powering our launch vehicles. We have also developed and realized a host of spacecraft propulsion systems catering to various class of satellite missions. The dedicated efforts put in by the highly competent liquid propulsion team had made India the 6th country in the world to develop indigenous cryogenic rocket engine technology, and also became a proud nation which tasted success of the C-25 cryogenic stage in its maiden attempt. Significant progress has also been made in infrastructure build-up over the years, catering to various developmental activities.
In its initial years, the liquid propulsion activities for launch vehicles were carried out by the Liquid Propulsion Project, LPP, and the Auxiliary Propulsion Systems Unit, APSU. The Liquid Control System Division, LCSD, was established in the year 1985 under APSU for the development of control components and power plants for liquid stages and the 4th stage of PSLV. Later, in the same year, LPP and APSU merged and got renamed as the Liquid Propulsion Systems Unit, LPSU, which was renamed as the Liquid Propulsion Systems Center on the 1st of June 1987. The liquid propulsion activities picked up momentum with the successful firing of a bipropellant thruster in the presence of none other than the father of the Indian space program, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, during September 1969. This was followed by the development of liquid-powered control system in SLV-3, the first successful launch vehicle of ISRO, and the control systems for the Augmented Satellite Launch Vehicle, ASLV. The Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle PSLV uses Earth-storable propellants, which are liquids at normal temperature and pressure. For its 2nd stage, powered by the Vikas engine and the indigenously designed 4th stage PS4. In addition, it employs liquid power systems for attitude control and components for flow control. The restart of the PS4 stage in flight, leading to the delivery of payloads into different orbits, helped ISRO demonstrate the astounding act of placing 104 satellites in corresponding orbits through a single launch in the year 2017. With the most versatile liquid propulsion systems, the PSLV has indeed surpassed its competitors and is regarded as one of the most reliable and cost-effective launch vehicles. The Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle, GSLV, and its newest version, LV-M3 of 4-meter diameter, extensively use stages propelled by liquid and cryogenic propellants. GSLV's uppermost stage uses cryogenic propellants, whereas the Earth-storable liquid propellants are used for the L-40 strap-ons and the 2nd stage. Development of cryogenic engine that started with the testing of a single injector element in the year 1987 progressed through the testing of gas generators, turbo pumps and the integrated engines. Successful stage hot test for the full flight duration proved the strength of the cryogenic fraternity in design, realization and testing of engine and stages. The impeccable saga continued and culminated in the stupendous OneWeb India missions that delivered multiple satellites through dexterous reorientations of the terminal cryogenic stage. Liquid propellant engines facilitate flawless propulsion of the satellites from the parking orbits to the final orbits. The liquid apogee motor, LAM, and the attitude and orbit control system, AOCS thrusters, meet the varying requirements for spacecraft propulsion. Bipropellant systems with thrusters of 22 Newton, 10 Newton, and 5 Newton, and monopropellant systems with 11 Newton and 1 Newton thrust levels are employed for station keeping of satellites. Liquid propulsion systems were operated for a cumulative duration of more than an hour to steer the first Chandrayaan spacecraft from the Earth's to the Moon's orbit. The LAM of the historic Mars Orbiter mission became the first of its kind to be rekindled after the celestial slumber of 10 months in space. LPSC also carries out development, qualification and delivery of various pressure transducers, temperature sensors, liquid level sensors and fiber optic sensors for launch vehicle projects and pressure transducers for satellite projects. The designs of all the systems are 3D modeled and meticulously analyzed for the flow, thermal and thermostructural conditions before being realized and tested. The center is equipped with facilities for the highly efficient and eco-friendly cryogenic propellants, wherein the propellants are stored at temperatures very much below the freezing point of water. With time, the center led the development of various facilities like the liquid upper stage test stand and HAT facility. The former is used to test the indigenously developed PS4 engine and stage. The HAT facility is used for testing the engine under high altitude vacuum conditions. LPSC also has precise calibration facility for the flow control components as well as injectors. The center can boast about its world-class clean rooms which carry out assembly of valves and control components. The delivery of hardware for the various programs has been made possible only by the precision fabrication facilities in-house as well as at industries. It also has assembly and testing facilities to ensure superior performance and maximum life for the thrusters in space. Electron beam welding facility, spacecraft propulsion system, components assembly and test facility, the integrated titanium alloy tank production facility, the integrated cryo manufacturing facility, etc., established in and around Bengaluru also cater to the center's ever-growing programs. LPSC now gears up for ISRO's future programs, including the ambitious Gaganyaan mission, in which Indians orbit the Earth in ISRO space vehicle launched from the Indian soil. For this mission, the center is responsible for human rating of the cryogenic C25 stage and the Earth-storable L110 stage, along with the service module propulsion system, crew module propulsion system, cabin pressure control system, umbilicals for orbital module, thermal and humidity control system, human metabolic simulator, crew module, uprighting system and test vehicle for crew escape system. The center develops the Mammoth semi-cryogenic booster engine with 200 tons of thrust based on liquid oxygen, refined kerosene propellants, and is all set to qualify its feed unit named as the Powerhead Test Article at the Integrated Engine Test Stand in Mahendragiri. This biggest liquid engine of ISRO, once readied for flight, would be an engineering marvel.
I am also excited to know about LPS plan to develop new engines, including the semi-cryogenic engine, that locksmith engine, high thrust electric propulsion system, throttleable engines and reusable engines in the future. Our journey of the space program will be empowered really by the engines of the LPSC having its best performance, very high efficiency, low mass and low cost of production. The journey of LPSC will definitely be one of the hallmark of the success of ISRO's program as well. Let it spur new developments, new energy and new enthusiasm in each one of you.
A 100-ton class engine working on liquid oxygen, liquid methane combination for the new generation launch vehicle NGLV is also on the anvil. LPSC also works on developing electric propulsion system thrusters ranging from 1 millinewton to 300 millinewton for spacecraft propulsion. It also plans to demonstrate americium-based 1-watt radioisotope heater unit in the first technology demonstration satellite and the third Chandrayaan missions.
For enhancing the payload capability of ISRO's launch vehicles, we shall be soon rolling out semi-cryogenic propulsion system as well as C-32 cryogenic stage. We shall also be inducting all electric propulsion system for enhancing the performance of spacecrafts. The liquid propulsion team is actively pursuing human rating of L110 and C25 stages, development of crew and service module propulsion systems, test vehicle propulsion systems, and various subsystems of environmental and life support systems for our prestigious Gaganyaan program. We have also initiated a 100-ton locksmith engine development for the next generation launch vehicles of ISRO. Other significant developments like throttleable Vigas engine, green propulsion systems, RF-driven plasma thrusters, air breathing and hybrid propulsion systems for future programs are also on the anvil. We have generated a liquid propulsion roadmap for the next 20 years for ensuring total self-reliance in Earth to orbit and in-space propulsion systems. All this and more shall be definitely made possible by the highly motivated liquid propulsion team, which doesn't need a second invitation to take up challenging national missions.
Normal P1 tracking. R2 tracking. P2 tracking. Stage performance normal.
It is a historical event for Indian space program and a proud moment for all the Indians across the globe on this momentous occasion of the successful launch of the Chandrayaan 3. The entire spacecraft community has put wholehearted effort during last 4 years and we have realized a marvelous, great scientific satellite. 4 liquid propulsion modules, 2 in the launch vehicle, the L110 stage, C25 stage, it has performed extremely well along with all other vehicle systems. We to have 2 more propulsion modules, one for taking the spacecraft to the moon, another one for soft landing. I think it is already well integrated, the system health is very good.
सबको सैल्यूट करना चाहता हूं।
with its legs firmly rooted, arms flexing with the rippling muscles, LPSC provides the very much needed fortitude, the space fortitude to the ever-expanding celestial voyage of India.
Dear friends, you all are welcome to our office. Right now we have put a system. There was a time everything was closed door. Right now we are allowing students to visit our lab, and whenever you want you can contact. We are very happy to receive, so that idea is you all should know what is happening in the space program in the country. And not only LPSC, our office is in Bangalore, Trivandrum and Mahendragiri and other centers also. So we welcome you. Now with this, I am ready to take couple of questions. I think we have to keep up the time, ready to take couple of questions.
Hello sir, good afternoon.
Thank you.
Sir, I am Ayushi Parmar. I would like to ask you one question, sir.
Yeah, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, what kind of internship is available at ISRO? How can we do internship there?
I think very good question. Let me address this. In ISRO, the following are the provisions available. The pre-final year and final year students can apply for internship. All centers of ISRO, there are 7 centers. You can go through the site, directly you can apply. And the first come first serve basis, we admit the students. And you can come, and when you send, you can also forward a copy to me, so that whatever possible we'll try to accommodate a little bit. There are rules. We have to accommodate only out of the total employees. We take 5 to 7%, but 1 or 2%, of course, the directors can do something, and you are welcome. And that is for internship. Then also for the project work, the B.Tech project work and M.Tech project work we encourage, and team of engineers can apply, and you can come down, and we will put with appropriate people depending upon your background, whether we have got all branches: computer science, electronics and communication, chemical engineering, mechanical, manufacturing. Whoever wants, they can apply, but you have to apply a little earlier. Last minute if you apply and already seats are over, then we will be helpless. Otherwise that provision is also available, and visit is also available. So all the 3 are available. And for faculties also, let me add, there is a research basket. You please go through. Once you read, we have put all the things, and you can apply for research also. Yes.
Thank you,
so
sir.
You are welcome. So I am looking for you there.
Thank you, sir.
Not only for internship, maybe after some time to work in ISRO. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Sir, Kamar also wants to add.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Archana Nair, biotech student. Sir, your energy is really infectious, and your interest towards interacting with us really motivated us.
Thank you.
Sir, I would like to ask, as a biotech student, how could we contribute towards space research at ISRO?
To be frank, right now we have limited scope. But right now we have started the human space flight program. There, the space medicine is one of the area we are trying to open up. Because it is not only sending them, after bringing them back, we have to ensure their health, everything has to be done. In fact, recently we had a discussion with Sri Chitra Medical Research Center, you may be knowing. Sri Chitra Heart Ward and other thing you would have heard. There is an institute they are having in Pujapura campus in Trivandrum. There is a medical research wing. We are trying to start the space medicine related activities. Probably that is one of the route what is possible. Otherwise, today for our current program there is not much scope, but the future there are scope. Because when you are building space station, for what? Not for fancy, you have to do a lot of experiments, including material development, medicine development, lot of things you are talking. So please read something in that area, that medicine development in space. Please read, and so that you can apply for projects, a lot of things. Say the world is changing. 50 years back, we never thought we will come to a human spaceflight program. But today things are different. Same thing will happen after some time. So future there are scopes, but currently it is limited scope.
Thank you, sir.
Jai Hind, sir. Suppose if someone want to start rocketry, so what should be the first tool we should use if we take safety as a factor?
Rocketry means, sorry, I am not very clear about your question. Is it that somebody wants to start building a rocket company or
Yes, sir.
on his own?
Yes, we want to, if someone want to build rockets.
Yeah, say, the rocket building is a little tricky job. But right now, I think I have not gone through those slides detailed way. There are companies which are involved in building the rocket. For example, Skyroot is one of the company in Hyderabad, and they built a rocket and they have launched. In fact, I also visited. Now, Agnikul is another company which is in Chennai. They have built a rocket. Right now, the rocket is in our Sarigari-Kota, and they said the little small issues, and we are going to launch. And yes, it is possible. You have to read little bit what are things to be done. And first, you have to do a market survey. Because it is rocket building is not for fancy, it's a costly affair. What is the type of market potential? What is that one is going to do? What type of satellite you are going to launch? What is the thing? Then you have to build, try to design the rockets and try to build. And it is a little intensive activity. But it is possible. But you need not put up, if somebody wants to build a rocket, you need not put up all facilities. ISRO is going to support all facilities. Whatever facilities available in ISRO, it is Indian facility, and we are extending all support. Almost like a free of cost type of thing or a meager amount. So you need not build big test facilities. All those things support will be extended, and we will strengthen your hand to build rocket and launch.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, my question is a personal question. Currently, I'm a final year mechatronics student, and I'm seeing my future career as a propulsion engineer. And I want to ask you the question regarding what should be the step way so that I can reach you and become a successful propulsion engineer of India.
It is like this. The ISRO, the entry points are very clear. Number one, we are having multiple entry points. One is those undergraduates, there will be advertisement, open advertisement, because it's a national institute, and there will be open advertisement. Generally, mechanical, electronics and communication, computer science, this area, the scope is little more, aerospace, little more. Other areas, there are few opportunities. Depending upon the advertisement, you have to apply. One has to apply, then write, there is a written test, and one has to write the written test. Then, after the written test, we shortlist the candidate, call for interview. Based on your BTech score, your written test marks, and your interview performance, people are selected. Once you enter into the game, I started my career as a mechanical engineer. Today, if you ask me, I don't know any branches of engineering. I have forgotten mechanical, chemical, then sometime I have to chair computer science, sometime I have to chair a session where doctors are appointed. So, it is a mixed basket. You will also grow like that. So, first and foremost, you have to enter into the organization. Towards that, there is no shortcut. It is a open thing, open system. You have to apply through against advertisement, you have to apply. But today, mechatronics is one of the area, because we are talking about, when we are talking about this space station, all those things, artificial intelligence, then humanoid, so many things you are talking, there are opportunities. But when advertisement comes, you have to look for opportunities and apply and get into the slot. Once you come, then if your interest is in propulsion, you will join propulsion. Or if your interest is in computer science, so like that the opportunities will grow.
Thank you.
Anyway, all the best for you. You have to keep the time limit, because sir, I don't want to hold him too much. Whatever time you put the exact time, you please stop.
Anyone? Okay, thank you.
In fact, one of my target is, I joined ISRO in the year 1984, February 1st. So 40 years I have completed, and some more time I am going to be with the organization. My interest is to meet students, at least some 3 crore students in the remaining part of my life and motivate them. This is one of the targets. Towards that only I am addressing all of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, how do you turn it on? Hello, hello, hello. First of all, I want to thank you, Dr. Narayan, and Dr. Narayan Murthy, and Dr. Arun Murgam. It was about 6 months ago, I was in Bangalore at one of the program for 3D additive manufacturing, and Dr. Narayan was sitting next to me, and we became friends right there. So I came back with his business card and I invited him. I said, come to our university, and he said, Dada, I will definitely come. I showed his card to Sharma Sahib. I said, I have a friend that wants to come here and talk to our student. He said, he looked at his card, he says, Dada, he's a big man. I said, he might be a big man, but he's my friend and he has promised me that he will come. So it was a love at first sight. We became a good friend, and here he is. I want to thank you, thank you, thank you. He has also promised me, he said, where is Dadi? I said, Dadi went back to US just last week. He said, then I have to come back when she is back. So he's promising again that he will come back. We are very lucky to have him here. You know what kind of technology it takes to go to moon. In 2040, some of you might be going there and coming back. He's promising to Narendra Bhai and the rest of the world, and so you guys are going to have to take that challenge. It's up to you. I'm not going to be around, but you're going to do it. So learn physics. It takes a lot. It's not a one technology. He was just telling me there's a 50,000 transducers which are giving information to the computer and how to analyze it, communication, the fuel, the physics that goes into it. It's just amazing technology. So learn, learn, learn. Life is too short to give up. So keep learning, okay? Thank you. And now we have a direct line, so go ahead and apply at ISRO. ISRO has many centers. And you can use my name as a recommendation. Thank you. I am a special friend. Thank you much.
Once again, let us have a huge round of applause for the session that Sir has delivered with us. Thank you very much, sir. I'm very sure that everyone must have had their key takeaways from the session. Thank you very much. Today on National Heritage Day, we are honored to have Dr. V.Narayanan sir with his team, our nation's real heroes with us. Let us unite in a salute as a mark of respect and pride for their significant contributions to Chandrayaan 2 and 3. A big salute to the team. We are immensely proud of you. I request everyone to please give a standing ovation and a big salute to the team. We salute you, sir. We are very proud of you, sir. Moving ahead, as now we are joined by our President and Patron-in-Chief of Ganpat University, Dr. Ganpat Bhai I. Patel, to whom we lovingly call Dada. I request Dada to welcome Dr. V.Narayanan sir, who is a scientist and director at LPSC ISRO, with a statement of gratitude and a memento. As a memento, we have a portrait of Balakrishna, which is created by our second year architecture student. Let us have a huge round of applause to welcome sir. Thank you, sir. I would again request Dada to welcome Dr. M. Arumugam, sir, Deputy Director, LPSC ISRO, with a statement of gratitude and a memento. Please, sir. A big round of applause for sir. Again, I would request Dada to welcome Dr. V.Narayanan Murthy, sir, General Manager, LPSC ISRO, with a statement of gratitude and a memento.